guys, and welcome back to the second day of Lighthouse Lessons. Did you guys enjoy the message today? What did you guys learn? Awesome! I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. Now, do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday? Fill in the blank. God is... Right, God is great. We talked about how Paul went to Athens, a city full of false gods, and how he taught the people about the one true God. God is creator. He never changes, and he is the one and only true God. Pop quiz. No pressure, but let's see what you know about the big O's. Number 1, omniscient. What could this mean? Number 2, omnipotent. Similar, huh? But the meaning is a little bit different. Can you tell me what it is? Last but certainly not least, omnipresent. What do you think this word means? Now, can you tell me what's similar about all three of these words? That's right, they all start with omni, and omni means all. Omniscient means all-knowing. God knows everything and how everything works. He knows you and me and how we're doing, and even what we're thinking all the time. He even knows every single star and planet in the universe and how the earth revolves around the sun. Isn't that amazing? He knows exactly how many grains of sand are on the beaches and how everything works because he made all the scientific laws and laws of nature. He even knows exactly how we're feeling when we're happy, sad, hurt, lonely, or excited, or even a combination of all of them. We learn things all the time in school and from people around us, but God has always known everything. Omnipotent means all-powerful. Think of the strongest, most powerful thing you know. Now multiply that by 1,000,000. God is still even more powerful than that. He has power over nature. He calmed the seas and the storms. Do you know anyone else who can stop a tsunami? He is more powerful than coronavirus or any other disease and has control over them. He healed a lot of people in the Bible from some really painful diseases and even blindness and paralysis. He is more powerful than death. He raised up Lazarus from the dead during Jesus' life, and Jesus even beat death by rising from the grave 3 days after his sacrifice for us on the cross. He has the power to beat and to forgive sin. God is the most powerful being in the entire universe and more. Last one. Omnipresent means all present. He is everywhere, and there's nowhere that we can go that God is not. He is everywhere at the same time, all the time. Now, let me introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Flip. She's a flapjack octopus that lives deep, deep down in the mysterious, dark bottom of the ocean. But God knows exactly where she is and what she's doing and even how she is at all times. And He knows all of that about us too. Even if we went deep in the ocean like Flip, or onto the highest mountains, or even all the way out in outer space, He still knows. Can you imagine that? He even lives in our hearts and knows everything within. Now, we're going to talk about the story of a man named Jonah, who experienced this God firsthand. Try to see if you can identify when God is showing the big O's. Jonah lived in 800 BC. That's 800 years before Jesus was born, and almost 3,000 years ago. Jonah was a prophet of God. Do you know what a prophet does? Right. A prophet is someone who hears God speaking to them and speaks for God to other people. One day, God told Jonah to go to a place called Nineveh to tell them about God. What are some places you want to visit? Are those places clean? Are the people there friendly? Is there a lot of good food and places to explore? Well, Nineveh was kind of the opposite of that. The city was known for how nasty it was and all the evil that was happening there. Not exactly your dream destination, huh? But God loved even the people of Nineveh and really wanted them to come back to Him. So, He told Jonah to tell the people of Nineveh exactly that God loved them and wanted them to stop sinning and start living better. But Jonah didn't want to go, so he decided to run away. Do you guys think it's possible to run away from God? Where would you go? Well, Jonah tried to go in the opposite direction of Nineveh, to a city far away. So he got on a boat and started to sail. He thought he could run away from God. But God knows everything, and He's all-powerful. Can you guess what happened next? God sent a really big storm on the sea. The ship seemed like it was about to break, and all the sailors on the ship thought they were going to die. So they were all praying to their gods, but we know that's not very helpful since there's only one true God. So Jonah finally admitted that all of this was happening because he disobeyed God, and he told the sailors to throw him overboard. But the sailors didn't want to do that, so they tried to go back to shore. But since God controlled the sea, they couldn't and decided to listen to what Jonah told them. And the storm calmed just like that. So Jonah ended up in the sea in the middle of a storm. And this was no pool. He was stranded in the middle of the ocean. But did it end there? No, it did not. Up from the sea came a huge fish sent by God, and it swallowed Jonah whole. And Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. Do you think God knew where Jonah was? Of course. God was the one who sent the fish and knew exactly what Jonah was doing every second of every day and every night. Jonah spent this time praying to God. God taught Jonah that he knows exactly where he is and what he is doing, and that he can even control the sea. So when Jonah prayed to God asking for forgiveness, God spoke to the fish, and the fish spit Jonah back up onto the land. So Jonah did go to Nineveh and told them about God, just like God had asked him to do. And guess what? The people of Nineveh, all the people who were known to be awful and evil, turned back to God. They were saved because they heard the message of God. And you can read more about the story in the book of Jonah. Other parts of the Bible also talk about God, the all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present God. One place is Psalm 139. Let's read some of it together. Try to notice how God is described. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Can you see how these verses all describe the all-knowing God? Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go out to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light will become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. Can you see how these verses describe the all-present God? And lastly, for you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Can you see how these verses describe the all-powerful God? Awesome. Now let's review our memory verse for today. It's found in Jeremiah 32:27. It goes, I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me? Let's read that again. I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me? Jeremiah 32:27. Okay, so now it's time for our student guide worksheet. Find your Day 2 worksheet in your package and follow along with me. So today it looks like we have a word search. Can you find the words from today's lesson in the octopus below? Okay, let's start out with Jonah. Where is Jonah? Oh, I found him. Did you find Jonah? And storm. Let's see, where are my S's? Here it is. It's almost parallel. Okay, so now we got Jonah and storm. Omnipresent. That's a long one. Should be easier. Here it is. Straight down. Now omniscient. Where is omniscient? Where is omniscient? Maybe we'll come back to that one. Prophet. Where is prophet? There it is. There's a lot of diagonal ones. Almighty. Oh, right under it. Then fish. That one's short. Oh, right there at the top. Boat. Where is my boat? Oh, this one makes an X. Prophet. And omnipotent. Another one of our big O's. I'm having a hard time with these long ones. Oh, here's one. Omnipotent. There we go. Backwards. That one's tricky. And then we have Nineveh. Do you remember where Nineveh is? Oh, I found omniscient. Okay, let's do that one. And then we'll go on to the last word. Nineveh. There it is. Did you find all of the words too? Here are my answers. Okay, let's move on to the back. Today's verse. Unscramble the words to complete Jeremiah 32:27. Okay. So, what does dobele mean? It stands for behold. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all. What could this be? Flesh, maybe. And then is blank to blank for me. What do you think Yehagnity could mean? Maybe the NG goes together at the end. Is anything too hard for me? Okay, let's read the completed verse together. Behold, I am the Lord of all flesh. Is anything too hard for me? That's from Jeremiah 32:27. Great job, you guys. Question time. Find your paper from your Day 2 package and make sure you write your answers, have your parents take a picture of it and send it over to us so that you have the chance to win a prize. Question 1. Who is our animal pal today and what does she remind us about God? What happened to Jonah when he tried to run away? Question 3. True or false? God can handle every problem I have. Number 4. What do the words omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent mean? And question 5. How does it make you feel to know God is with you all the time? Awesome! Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. This was so much fun, but unfortunately our time is coming to a close. Remember, today we learned that God is almighty. God is omniscient, God is omnipotent, God is omnipresent. Alright, have a great rest of your day and see you again tomorrow. Bye!